You look at a chart and it feels clear. You see a move and almost instantly you think you know what happens next. Reversal, continuation. It makes sense in your head. You've seen it before, so you trust it. But then it doesn't play out. And now you're sitting there thinking, how did that make sense a second ago? And now it doesn't at all. So you've been taught that reading price action means this. You see a liquidity sweep, so you're looking for a reversal. A pattern forms, so you expect continuation. Structure breaks, so you think it's going to keep going. You see something happen on the chart and it tells you what should come next. So when you look at price, you're not just seeing it, you're interpreting it based on what you expect it to do. But that's not actually reading price because you're not just looking at what's there. You're treating it like it's the reason price should move. But what you're looking at isn't what's making price move. Sometimes price moves strongly. It pushes in one direction with very little resistance. Other times it trades within a range. It fails to break out. And sometimes it sits somewhere in between the two, not fully directional, not fully consolidating, just shifting between different types of behavior. So instead of trying to predict what price will do next, you need a way to recognize what it's doing right now, something you can use in real time. And the simplest way to do that is to see price as a spectrum. On one end, price is fully directional. It moves cleanly with little resistance. On the other, price is fully consolidating. It trades within a range and it fails to break out. And most of the time, price is somewhere in between. So instead of trying to define price as one thing, you use the spectrum to see where it currently sits and how it's changing. And this is where it starts to become clear because price doesn't stay fixed at one point on the spectrum. It's always changing. Sometimes it moves cleanly and then starts to slow down. The movement becomes less directional and choppier. Just because price slows down doesn't mean it's going to reverse. And just because it's moving cleanly doesn't mean it will continue. There's no fixed point where price will change. No level, no pattern will ever be able to tell you what happens next because price is behavior. Prediction asks, what will price do next? It looks at something on the chart and tries to project an outcome. But this approach, it doesn't do that. It asks a different question. What is price doing right now? It doesn't try to forecast. It recognizes behavior as it's happening. And this is why the traditional way of reading price keeps breaking down because it's built on prediction. You see, this is why it feels inconsistent because you're trying to predict something that can't be predicted. So reading price isn't about finding signals. It's not about deciding what the market is. It's about recognizing behavior. Is price moving freely? Is it slowing down? You're staying with what it's doing as it changes. And once you stop trying to predict and start recognizing what price is actually doing, everything becomes clear. You're no longer trying to force a decision. You're just seeing what's actually happening. But understanding it doesn't automatically tell you what to do.